Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this afternoon's update on Ian. So, unfortunately, Ian is not quite done with the United States yet, and as of 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Thursday, September 29th, 2022, Tropical Storm Ian has maximum sustained winds of 70 miles per hour, a minimum central pressure of 987 millibars, and is moving north-northeast at 9 miles per hour. Looking at the latest National Hurricane Center cone for Tropical Storm Ian, Tropical Storm Ian is now expected to regain hurricane status by tonight and approach the South Carolina coast by tomorrow morning as a 75-mile-per-hour Category 1 hurricane, move across eastern South Carolina into tomorrow evening, and then curve towards North Carolina and Western Virginia by Saturday morning and Sunday, or by Saturday. And notice this big orange blob. This represents the tropical storm wind field, and the tropical storm force wind field has expanded dramatically ever since Ian moved off of Florida. So we are already seeing tropical storm force winds from Myrtle Beach across to Savannah, Charleston, and much of Florida and southeast Georgia. We have tropical storm warnings for most of central and northeast Florida up through Georgia. Hurricane warnings now in effect for the entire coastline of South Carolina, and then tropical storm warnings for all of the North Carolina coastline, including the Outer Banks. And even hurricane watches from St. Augustine through Augusta. Now, timing out Hurricane Ian using the high resolution HRRR model beginning at 5 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time today, Thursday, September the 29th. We're going to see some light rain move in across the Carolinas from the south as Ian's moisture fields gets pushed northeast. And then going into tonight, we see tropical storm and likely Hurricane Ian. The main rain shields start to push onshore across the Carolinas. And then going into Friday morning around 6, 7 a.m., we see the main heavy rain shield push in across central and eastern South Carolina and southeastern North Carolina. And then as we head into around Friday, around 11 a.m. Friday, we see the center of Ian approach landfall between Charleston and Myrtle Beach, with very heavy rain bands moving onshore all across North Carolina. And we see the rain shield expand into almost all of South Carolina and North Carolina and into Virginia now by 11 a.m. Eastern Time Friday. And then Ian makes landfall in the HRRR model between Charleston and Myrtle Beach sometime around 2 o'clock Friday afternoon, September the 30th, and bringing heavy rain bands all across the eastern Carolinas into Virginia. And this is where we're going to be starting to see probably some tornadoes develop around on Friday afternoon as Ian is coming ashore. We're going to be starting to see tornadoes develop in these rain bands across North Carolina. And then going into about 5 o'clock Eastern Time, 5, 6 o'clock, we are seeing heavy rain bands spread across Virginia, North Carolina. Rain continues across South Carolina. And then going into the overnight Friday, we see likely tornadic supercell rain bands moving in across Virginia and starting to push into Maryland, with the rain shield pushing all across Appalachia into areas of the mid-Atlantic now. And then Ian continues to chug inland, and the rain shield surges north into the eastern Ohio Valley and into the northeast as we go into Saturday. Now looking at the wind gusts for Ian, The winds are going to increase as we go through the day. Tomorrow, where we're going to be seeing winds of about 30 to 40 miles per hour across the Carolinas tonight and tomorrow morning. And then as we head into tomorrow afternoon, as Ian approaches the shore, we're going to be seeing widespread wind gusts of 40 to 50 miles per hour across the Carolinas into southeastern Virginia. And then as we head to Friday evening and Ian moves into the Carolinas, we're going to be seeing widespread wind gusts of 40 to 55 miles per hour across Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and then the winds will slowly die down as we head into Friday night and Saturday as Ian weakens over land. Now, looking at I mentioned the tornado threat. We have a 5% chance of tornadoes touching down within 25 miles of location tomorrow across eastern North Carolina and southeastern Virginia in the brown, and a 2% chance in the green from east of Charleston to Raleigh to Richmond to the southeastern areas of the Delmarva. So we're going to be likely seeing a few tornado spin-ups as Ian's outer bands on the east side move ashore. And finally, looking at the storm surge, we're going to be dealing with storm surge, unfortunately, as well with Ian across the Carolinas and even into Georgia, where we're expecting 4 to 6 feet of storm surge from St. Johns River through Edisto Beach, 4 to 7 feet of storm surge from Edisto Beach to South Santee River, and this includes Charleston from the South Santee River to Little River Inlet, 3 to 5 feet of storm surge. Little River Inlet to all across the Outer Banks of North Carolina, we're expecting a 2 to 4 feet storm surge. So make sure that you move inland if you live anywhere from Jacksonville through the northeastern Outer Banks of North Carolina. So thanks for watching this afternoon's update on Ian. Make sure you're making hurricane preparations if you live across the Carolinas for Ian. Thanks for watching and stay safe, my friends.